Hi guys, I'm back for another yearly installment of December Daily. This one is my 2001 album, so hope you'll come along with me, check it out. There's the spine, and the album is from Ali Edwards, 10 by 8. I enjoyed this format, but it is a little large. I don't know if I'll stick with it in future years, but it was definitely a fun format to explore. So let's get right into it here. I started out with the inside cover. I refinished with wrapping paper from a company called Sugar Paper that you can get at Target. And I included the LE Studio calendar as sort of a quick reference to what we did each day. And then getting right into it here, started out with this Felicity Jane die cut page and lined it with acetate. I saw somebody did this online. I don't remember who, but I copied. So there's that. This beautiful vellum sheet, didn't need anything done to it. Then I have the intro page with all the family members. We lost Star in February, so this is the last time she'll be in our December daily. Miss that girl. Day one, so I didn't do daily necessarily, I just did stories and then I included the date. So if you see a number, it's typically the date. So day one, I have my kids opening their advent calendars. Again, another Felicity Jane die cut page to show what I thought was a perfect little thing with the flip ups for the advent calendar detail photos. Moving on, day two, we have kind of a sad little story, but with a positive spin on it. My daughter made a feel better card for her grandma. We lost my godmother early in December, and she was my mom's best friend of some crazy amount of years, like 50 years or something. So my mom was feeling sad, and my daughter made her this sweet card. This day, my kids wanted to make their American Girl doll some stockings, so I gave them some paper products, and they made little paper stockings for her, so that was cute. Then on December 3rd, I documented mailing out our Christmas cards. For those of you who don't know, I work as a graphic designer for stationery at Shutterfly, so this was a card I designed for this year. And then I just used the envelope with holes punched to include it. This was a bit of a filler page because the next one is a spread, but it was fun to just kind of play. I stamped out with silver ink, "Let's go to the tree farm." And then this is on that wood grain vellum that Ali used this year. So here we have the tree farm spread, big family shot here in the grid, acetate divider. These I fussy cut from some of the pattern paper, so rather than doing your typical style journaling, I did sort of a bullet point format of the things that were good and not so good, which was relevant because it was a hilly terrain there, and I actually slipped and fell. You can't see very well, but my butt was covered in dirt, so that went on the worst part list. Okay, and then the next day we decorated the tree. I have this flip out here, you can see my son peeking, this sweet little photo. And then the journaling on vellum, you can see, I just thought the reflection in the window was pretty, so I wanted to be able to still see that. So we just have decorating as well as the tradition we've started. We get our kids a new ornament each year. So this year we got my daughter Elsa from Frozen 2, and my son has an obsession with woolly mammoths, so he got a mammoth. Then later that evening we went out for a walk. Some of our neighbors have a sailboat out in their driveway, and for Halloween they decorate it in a pirate theme, and then for Christmas they do Rudolph and Santa, and so during December we refer to it as the Rudolph ship. I have to go check that out. This day we made peppermint thumbprint cookies, and the kids liked sticking the candies in at the end. This is kind of a fun layout. It's a spin on the bookshelf style layout everybody's loving, but I decided to do it for Elf on the Shelf, and it was fun to do all the little knickknacks, of course, little snapshots of what the elves were up to, and then coordinating journaling on the inside. Here we have a little funny story. Star was about to turn 9, so she was an older dog and not really into much mischief these days, but for whatever reason she decided to go into my supplies and take the ribbon spool. She was taking them out into the living room and chewing on them, and we thought that was funny. The kids weren't really around for her puppy days when she would do a whole lot more stuff like that, but we just thought it was funny. Here we have movie night. We watched, looks like we were watching Home Alone 2. We watched Home Alone 1 another evening, and the kids really got a kick out of all the, especially the pranking parts of the movie. But this was kind of fun. I put an acetate pocket right on the photo, and this is inspired by the shaker tags that Allie offered this year, and then of course the little Home Alone quote. I made this pocket myself with page protector and some pearly vellum that I had. Journaling. And then this was cute. While we were watching, my son grabbed this white blanket and wrapped it around my husband's face and put the hat on him and pretended he was sitting on Santa's lap. Put the date on the back there. This one, I kept it simple and just kept it digital. I got the Paisley Press digital kit this year, so I used that intermittently on some of the simpler layouts, and this one just has a heartfelty, but other than that it's digital. This one you recognize, I'm sure. Everybody was doing some version of this year. The wreath vellum. I did the flat lay photos of the new ornaments. Swing that one open and see one more. I designed this using the font that Allie used this year for the alphabet set. And then on the back, something got hooked. That hasn't happened before. Okay, on the back, I displayed some of our new decor. I got some new cookie jars this year, my new mug, so that was fun. This is a great one to show you here on YouTube, so you can see I have the waterfall style photos. Usually people have them running up and down, but I thought this would be a great way to show our family walk photos. You simply walk through. Stabilize that. Got the journaling there. So that's a lot of fun. And it wasn't too bad to put together. Took a little figuring, but I like to do a mix of some more complicated and some simple and some in between. Like this one's fairly simple. Just a few little embellishments. My son made Santa's sleigh and reindeer out of his Duplos. This layout is about my daughter getting glasses for the first time. I had all these puffy stickers of glasses, so I wanted to use those somehow. And then this acetate reveals the journaling. This one is about my daughter getting some new festive clothing for the holidays. She loves dressing up according to whatever holiday it might be, or if it's your birthday, she wants to know what your favorite color is and she'll wear it. So I was happy to oblige her with that. This layout is documenting Star's 9th birthday, and she had a kidney issue that we knew was not doing well, and so we kind of knew this would be her last birthday that we'd share with her, and so I thought this card was perfect, the cherishing every moment together. The kids got a kick out of watching her open her birthday gift, and then I did a list here of 9 things we love about Star. Here we have a nearby neighborhood, a family created a full-size Polar Express train in their yard, so we had to go check that out with some friends. We exchanged some little gifts. I stamped and embossed this all aboard. This page documents some of the fancy chocolates we tried, and this card is actually what inspired this layout. It's from Paper Person, and it actually came out in the February kit for Valentine's Day, but it worked here. Next we have some Happy Mail that came from my boss, just a little Christmas gift from a little dish from Anthropology that she sent. And I just did a little bit of mixed media in the background and some stamping. This is another great one to show you guys while I have you here on video. This is a breakfast recipe card that we got from a delivery service, and so I just included that in there. But this is the one I'm excited to show you on video. So this one documents making paper snowflakes with the kids, and what I did was I actually created a paper snowflake to open and display the photos on. So that was a really cute way to show them, I thought. And then you just clip it back to secure it while it's not being viewed. Next we have my son, who loves decorating, which is really just him putting his toys all over the house. But we let him do it because they're only little ones, right? So I came up with this title. If you know the song I'm referencing, put it in the comments. That'll be fun to see if you guys know. And then we have a vellum-based layout that has the letters to Santa, always fun to have and look at later. So those just slide in here. And then I have these 2 smaller pockets that have additional photos. There's a neighboring house that has a Santa mailbox. Then on the back of this guy, I just have some Snapchat photos that are kind of silly. Did you guys see this one? It's like, it's my face, but as the mom, the dad, the grandma or grandpa, and the kid. Kind of creepy, but funny. Just different silly or cute photos we took. So those will be fun to check out as years go by. This was a fun one. This was the day we made our gingerbread village. So I did this sort of stadium pocket style page, and you just go through and look at the tags to see all the photos. It's a little busy, but it's fun to go through. Little guy having his hot chocolate. There's the finished. We did a train going around the houses, and there's a family of gingerbread people too. And then I sewed this on. Took a while. Okay, and then this one shows the day I gave the kids a lesson on how to wrap gifts. And so this is an actual gift bag and a tag. So that was fun. Then this isn't actually Red Cup Day, but I wanted to include the coffee cups somewhere. Red Cup Day was in November, but it was just a fun spot to include some silly Snapchat selfies I did with my red cup. And I used the Ellie Studio stamp set with the little stars, which I thought was cute for this. Then we have Christmas Eve at my parents' house. It's always a lot of photos for that. And so I did the grid style layout. I borrowed this inspiration from a Ali Edwards template. Designed little Christmas Eve December stories. This layout is completely, almost to the T, scrap lifted from Nancy Damiano, and she used a lot of the same exact embellishments. So I just went ahead and adapted it for what I needed. Hers was a traveler's notebook style. So I just made it all one page, and I think she had a single photo. But just a fun, cute layout, I think, for this use. And the little journaling card being of vellum, I thought was a really cute idea too. There's a funny story here. They were reading the night before Christmas, and my daughter was reading each line and letting my son finish the last word because it generally rhymes. So she got to the line that said that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of, and my son said chili. So we were cracking up about that. Okay, then we have Christmas morning. So I have the photo going across, but this is actually a flap. And let's see if we can get this in here. Inside we have a grid that shows the different things everybody opened. And then here we have tags that list what the kids got and a sample of their Santa wrap. So I really like that. I think I'm going to try to... I always get their wrapping paper in somehow, but I like... So far, I think that's the most successful way to do it that I've done. Here we have a spread highlighting the food we have for Christmas. So I have this candy cane style charcuterie board I did this year. But I always make a brunch in the morning. My parents and my brother and his wife come over. We have snacks in the middle of the day. And then we make tortilla soup and tamales for dinner. So I have the soup recipe included here. And then I also wanted to show these cute new candy cane studded tumbler drinking glasses I got this year from Crate and Barrel. This I designed and added with just a bunch of black and whites from the day. There's just like a bunch of silliness. So I did that in black and white. This is the following day. I called it Toys and Treats because the kids were playing with all their new outdoor toys they got. And then my brother and I have kind of started a tradition of baking the cookies my grandma would always make, and they're a little bit involved. So it's something fun we can do together and remember her. Here we have just a digital layout, keeping things simple, from one of those drive-through lights display attractions. And then this day we did a Zoom with my husband's family to open gifts, so we weren't able to see them this year. Here I have the kids working on activities. My daughter was making a snow globe. So I put Make Merry, and then my son is working on an excavation kit. It's these creepy little dinosaur things. He's chiseling away. This is a fun layout. So we've been watching Food Network and really wanted to try this flooding technique for decorating sugar cookies. So my son went to spend the night with my parents. The night we baked the cookies with my daughter, and then in the middle of the day when they were switching, because then my daughter was going to go spend the night next, we all decorated together. And so you can see close-ups from this little tag system with pockets that I came up with, and a label to see who decorated each cookie. And then, see if I can get this in here. The flap comes out and you can just see the different parts of the process. Christmas was over technically, but we just kept going. So like I mentioned, my daughter then went to spend the night, so we just had my son this evening, and we drove up to Burlingame near the San Francisco airport. We got some seafood for dinner and watched the planes come in and out. And then lastly, we have New Year's Eve. So I just documented some of the different things we did. My parents came over for dinner. We did some fun, the kids got these wiggle cars and we're riding them. You can't really tell, but the wheels light up. So that was fun. And we played this snowball toss game that the kids got a kick out of. And then after the kids went to bed, we watched a movie, and that was the end of that. And my last page doesn't have photos. It's a little personal, but it's inspired by this season brings a lot of feelings, and it's just kind of talking about how I was kind of struggling to find the Christmas spirit this year. I don't know, without getting too much into it, there's just a lot of things I was hoping for this year that I don't feel, met my expectations. And so just wasn't feeling as hopeful this year as I was last year, I guess. And anyway, my focus, though, was on how, even though I wasn't totally feeling it, I just loved my family and wanted to make it magical for them, despite the fact that I wasn't feeling super magical this year. But I think it was a really good month, and everybody had a lot of good memories, so I'm glad we have this now. If you guys are interested in seeing any close-ups or stills, if you don't follow me on Instagram already, my handle is the same as it is here on YouTube, the letter C _crafting, and I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for following me through my little December Daily 2001 album, and I will see you soon. Bye!